Hey, what is up everyone? It is me once again, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. There's not going to be any set playlist or set show or series that this episode is going to go into. I do hope to possibly make one in the future because this is a very cool topic, and it hits right at home because it involves my college, and obviously if you watch the videos prior, you notice that I moved into college this week. So today we're going to all talk about Temple University, and if you guys do not know what Temple University is, again it was in the previous video, but I will explain it once more. It is a college here based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you guys don't know what that is, you're probably not from the US. If you are, then you know where it is, and you should know where Temple is. So basically, last night I went through a bunch of research. I found out some articles that were actually written from Temple students prior to me. I even found out that there was a paranormal team that was based here in Temple, which is made up of students. Personally, I think they disbanded. I'm not sure. They have a YouTube channel, but they only have 3 subscribers, so I think they disbanded. So I just kind of want to go over some of the facts and some of the quote spirits that are possibly seen here in the campus, and keep in mind some of these places I am actually living in, so should be fun. In early 1956, Temple University purchased land that is now a parking lot for the athletic fields. Prior to that, guys, this was actually a cemetery, and in that year, on June, the university broke land and removed approximately 28,000 bodies, according to the records. So that is a lot of displaced bodies. So probably not a good thing to do. Another big thing that I researched and I found out was that there was an outbreak during World War II, and the Red Cross used rooms in Mitten Hall. If you don't know what Mitten Hall is, that's a building here on campus, and they use that basically for simple procedures such as bandaging, as well as providing clothing for the soldiers. And also they use the auditorium of Mitten Hall for a barracks for the soldiers going into pre-medical and pre-dental training programs. So that little fact is going to lead into our first seen spirit, and this spirit is known by the name of Liz. She is approximately a 6-year-old girl, supposedly, and who made contact with the Temple paranormal group called T-Lights in Mitten Hall. They also tried to make contact with her later on in an apartment with a Ouija board. I don't know if they made contact or not because I couldn't find that. I just found out they did it. So we'll see if they did or not. I don't know. They have some evidence, not a whole lot though. Next is going to be Gertrude Peabody. Now when I said that some of this is going to hit home because this is where I live, it's because I actually live in Peabody. So there's a housing residence hall called Peabody Hall, and that's where I live, and that's where Gertrude lived, and apparently people have stories about her. Personally, I don't know if she's still here because from what I've researched, it doesn't seem like she could be. So basically, she died at the age of 84 on March 30th, 1979. The sightings and rumors tied to her are that seeing apparitions in the elevator and the lobby area on the first floor. Now guys, Gertrude was a professor here at Temple, and after a while she became president of Peabody Hall, which was named in honor of her. She worked up until her retirement and moved back to her hometown in Maine, which is where she died and I believe is buried. So really there's no point in her coming back unless there's something messed up in Peabody Hall. I don't know. Next is going to be Sarah Conwell. Sarah Conwell is the wife of Russell Conwell, which we will touch base on a little bit later. He is actually the founder of Temple, and in honor of him there's Conwell Hall. Basically, Sarah was laid to rest in the now non-existent Monument Cemetery. Guys, that was the cemetery I mentioned in the first fact, which was located on Norris Street between Broad and 17th Street. Russell Conwell lived actually on 2000 North Broad Avenue, which is actually where Peabody is located right now, so even more ties to Peabody. He recalls seeing his wife's spirits 3 years after her death, and since 1913, no more sightings of Sarah Conwell's spirit has been seen. The stories date that, or rumors date that Russell kind of went a little bit nuts. I'm gonna just say that word. I don't think he did. I don't know if he did or not, but a nurse said who worked with him, a nurse said that he was insane and that he was just seeing things. So to prove her wrong, he asked the nurse to put a pen and hide it in the house somewhere. And that night, Sarah, or Sarah's spirit, came to Russell and told him where to find the pen. He finds the pen, shows the nurse, it's like, read it and weep. And apparently because of that, guys, Sarah was displeased that her husband had to prove that she was there, or like to prove to himself that she was there. So after that, that was the last sighting he saw of her and the last sighting anyone heard of her. So up next is Russell Conwell. Russell Conwell died in 1925, and he was buried next to his wife in Monument Cemetery. Again, Monument Cemetery is not there now. So in 1968, the university moved them to their current resting place in Founders Garden on Leacour's Walk and Paulet Walk, and that's where they rest now, guys. That's actually a place on campus, so it's kind of disturbing the fact that there's 2 dead bodies buried underneath an area where we, live and go to school. So who knows, but I mean, we're in Philadelphia, so there's a lot of dead bodies everywhere and kind of like that, so I guess we'll figure out. I will continue to do research, guys, on this topic, and I know a lot of people were interested in that. My floor meeting, some dude freaked out about Gertrude, and this is actually what got me interested into this. I was going to do the research anyways, but that actually kind of started my interest a little bit more, and I thought it was a pretty cool topic to research and to look into. So hopefully there's more, guys, because I think there's more. I'm not entirely sure. There should be. If not, I'll just do locations around Philadelphia, because Philly's an awesome place, guys. If you don't know it, come and visit, because it's an amazing city. And there's a lot of paranormal stuff here, guys. We got Eastern State and Fort Mifflin, and I will probably do those later. So until then, I will see you soon. Thank you for staying with us to the end. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button down below and leave a comment in the comment section. I always consider suggestions for new videos and topics, so do not be shy. Also, do not forget to subscribe in order to stay up to date on all things unexplained. Until then, I hope to see you again next time as we take another trip into the realm of the unknown.